In all of our dealings, we are grounded in the 4 agreements. They guide us in our roles and responsibilities and provide us with the foundation to lead and empower Indigenous women.
Bonjour, Gishimanato, Nokmasak, Mishomasak, Niju Migunik Nindigo, Wajash Nandodem, Anizal Kunindoji, Audrey Deroy Indigenous cause. For me, being impeccable with my word, it's always, my mama, she would always say, if you don't have anything nice or good to say, don't say it at all, because words can really, they mean a lot. So it's really important to really think about what you're going to say before you say it. And then when you do commit to anything in your life, you fulfill that commitment. You totally fulfill it. So to me, being impeccable with your word is to have always truth and love in everything that you represent and the teachings that come with it. And as human beings, we're not perfect, but we can always strive to be a good, truthful and loving person and to, fulfill our word.
To be impeccable with your word is really to use your word with truth and with love.
Being impeccable with your word, I found ties in with the sacred gifts of honesty and truth. It is for me one of the easiest of the agreements. I find that it's always best to say what you mean and mean what you say.
So whatever happens around you, don't take it personally. Other people's reality doesn't have to be your reality.
Don't take things personally. I find that to be probably the hardest of all the agreements. The reason for that is simply because we're human beings and we have feelings. And when people say bad things about us, well, we go, that kind of hurts. And when things hurt, we take it personally. Now, what ties in with that is forgiveness. If people are saying to us things that we don't want to hear and we're taking them personally, then we have to learn how to forgive people for their misgivings and for their lack of discretion in what they're saying.
So, taking things personally, I know all through my life, and even at my young age right now, it is a challenge, taking things personally, because you don't realize, sometimes people don't even realize what they're saying to you. And if you're a sensitive person like I am, sometimes I'll take it to heart, but then I'll realize that, I need to take those words and I need to either, talk to that person to see if that's what I'm truly taking in, and also to not have my heart place hurt. So that being a sensitive person, don't taking things personally is really important. And just remember, this is your workplace, and to, continue to do the good work that you do. And that's basically what I do. And if I do get injured, then I will take care of that, through with our medicines and, with the teachings that we have to get through the day.
Don't make assumptions. Now, this again is a very hard agreement to follow. We look at the world and we look at people, and it's very difficult not to make assumptions about them, simply because society has sort of welded our brains to a place where we're judgmental. And being judgmental ties into making assumptions. Not making assumptions is a very difficult agreement to live by, because society has sort of, again, put our brains in a place where we look at things and we assume that things are the way they are because that's what we are led to believe.
So it's really important to be clear of what you're asking somebody, you know, and even if there's, you know, directions for you or delegated directions and you don't quite understand or things didn't really seem right, always go back to that person, you know, don't go around asking other people that don't pertain to it. Go straight to that person and talk to them, you know, and then you'll clear up those assumptions, you know. And like I say, as a human being, we have our defects in character and we always seem to kind of go back to that. But, you know, the best thing to do is to always go back to that person that gave you the direction.
So assumptions are really about when we're thinking too much. When we think too much, sometimes it leads to assumptions. So practice your communication as being clear and concise, and there's no room for assumptions.
You're always going to have that Peter principle applied to yourself, where you can give yourself a pat on the back, and you can always strive to do your best and to always try to do better. And whether it's, you know, sitting in front of a camera having a talk, or whether it's playing a musical instrument, or doing your homework, it doesn't really matter. If you do your best, you're going to feel good about who you are as a human being.
This is part of my upbringing, you know. My parents have taught me so well at a young age to always do my best, you know, to always have good feelings, you know, when you enter a room, to always make people feel welcomed, you know, to make them feel heard, and to always be generous and kind. And that's one thing that, you know, like a lot of the times I find that we always have to remember that the work that you're doing is to the best of your ability. So you can't really think about how you're being judged or how, you know, how people might be thinking about you. It's, to me, it's like, as long as you know that you've done the best work that you could do each and every day, you know, that you have a purpose in life, to fulfill those purposes, and whoever comes into your life, no matter what it is, to always live in that moment and to do the best you can, you know, with all that wisdom that you carry, you know, the love that you carry, the humility, the honesty, the truth, the respect, all of those, and to be brave, to stand up to anything that may not allow you to do your best, but to face that and to continue on.
So always do your best, nothing more and nothing less. This might differ from day to day. If you wake up feeling energized and wonderful, you're more likely to have a better day than if you maybe were sick or had a bit of a rough sleep. So just always knowing that you're trying your best and doing your best.